we're here in Costa Rica now, and we're waiting at the baggage exchange because somebody wanted to pack a fucking bag to check in. This is why you pack like me. Once again, smart travel, one bag, that's not to carry on, and the phase just keeps on going closer and closer, and closer and closer. All right, we'll check back in later. That is right, my friends. We have about a 5-hour drive.
Hazard reported ahead.
4-hour drive. About a 4-hour drive. We're in Costa Rica. We got Waze app going. Me and Gene. That's him right there.
Semi-drunk.
Semi-drunk. Hey man, this is how you do in Costa Rica. We got full coverage, so if we roll it over, who cares? So we're gonna fucking do this. We're gonna get to the Caribbean. Once we're there, go to a bar, have some more drinks, have some food, and yeah man, we're just gonna fucking do it up, man. That's how we do.
We're gonna have Brian kidnapped for one day. He'll come back in one piece.
Hey man, this is life right now. And who the hell has a Denny's and like who would go to a Denny's in Costa Rica? You literally land in Costa Rica and they got a Denny's. Who would do that? I don't understand. Here we have our little countryside with clouds upon clouds. So magical. So magical. And if you really look closely, you may see a dinosaur. Yo, it is cloudy, boy. Dude, you can't even see. They're just pure clouds. Good morning, this is day number 2. And as you can see as I'm walking around, this is our Airbnb. It is actually a 3-bedroom, even though there's only 2 of us down here. But for the price, you can't really beat it. Plus it was the only thing around here with AC, and as you could see somewhat from the backdrops in the windows, the humidity is very high. This is the rainy season in Costa Rica, so we are probably going to get poured on again today. And if you have ever seen the crazy thunderstorms, obviously those that live in Florida know what I'm talking about. It gets pretty crazy down here with lightning strikes and loud ass thunder where it seems like the house is shaking. So I expect we're probably going to be good more of that today. But the goal for today, we're going to go get some breakfast, check out, walk around the town, get some filming done there. Also, the plan then is to go on to some of the beaches, and also we have a tour booked at a place called the Jaguar Sanctuary where they rescue all the different animals of the country. So we should be able to see some sloths, some birds, some reptiles, hopefully some other mammals. So I think that'll be pretty cool. Welcome to the jungle, baby. I saw that. Nope. So here we go on our journey into town. Look at that smile. So this is pretty much where we're staying, all the way down the road into the jungle-ish area. Got coconut trees. There's things that jump out and scare people, like Jane.
It's fake news. Fake
So,
news.
we'll see what we see today, see if we see any crazy crabs crossing the streets. See if we see any snakes, or scorpions, or any fun poisonous things. Have yet to come across. Should be fun if we do.
Throw it at Brian.
These are all most likely Airbnbs and hostels and places you can rent out. right down the road. You're gonna see it right there. The beach with the water. That pretty much made this stupid. There we go. Let's see if we see anything jumping out. Yesterday we had a whole bunch of things coming out at night, most likely crabs.
Shit's out. Oh, you about to get ran over.
Or rodents or something. Here we're going on one of the beaches over here. It is a black sand beach. We are out here. Have the water behind me. We have palm trees, black sand, all that fun stuff. So we are headed into Puerto Viejo, into town. About a 10-minute walk. We have bars, restaurants. That's where we were last night. We got to see the sloths hanging out in the restaurant as we were eating. Little mama with the baby.
Hi, mother.
That's just, you know, a little shout out to the moms at home. So we get to go right along the coastline here. And then go get some fresh Costa Rican coffee along with some breakfast, even though it is technically getting into lunchtime now, because some people take fucking forever. So yeah, see what we get. Ourselves a fresh coconut. This is the best stuff around. Here they have the machete, chop it, poke a hole in it, get the straw, sip it. Nothing better than this. Pure electrolytes in your system. And only 500 calories, which is the deal. Oh yeah, coconut water. Welcome to town with my coconut. Nothing gets better than this. Than that hippie Caribbean life. So we decided to stop here at Pan meaning bread, for a little bit of a breakfast brunch thing. I got myself some local coffee. Fresh sugar cane in there to make it nice and sweet. Also some sandeo, which is fresh watermelon juice. Over here you'll find a lot of fresh juices from watermelon to papaya to pineapple. And obviously you saw me earlier with the coconut. Coconut water is always good. So we're just gonna get some simple breakfast, eggs, serrano ham, some manchego cheese. Just chill out a little bit, and next stop will be the Jaguar Sanctuary. Alright, so we ate at the one spot, and of course what we do, we're gonna go eat some more. We got over here to, what was it, chocolate and bread?
Bread and chocolate.
Bread and chocolate. So over here, we are doing a ode to the childhood youth. We're doing a peanut butter and strawberry sandwich, which is gonna be freshly made. They make the peanut butter in-house, and so do they the bread in-house, the peanut butter in-house, the strawberry jam in-house. Also fresh squeezed lemonade with some fresh ginger in there. And we're doing a chocolate and peanut butter sandwich. We're gonna cut it up, split it both ways, and it's the fresh chocolate that's local, and of course the peanut butter again that they make in-house. So it finally came out, chocolate and peanut butter. Now this is some good stuff. Fresh made peanut butter, fresh made chocolate,
house-made wheat bread. Feel like I'm a kid back in school again. Oh my God, that salt is good.
It's gooey.
Oh, so gooey. This is gooey, fresh, like lick your mouth peanut butter.
Moved in with them, and they decided that they wanted to create something miscarriage, but she did not. So Abba is here living with her mom, and Abba was born with a mobility problem with her hind legs, so she doesn't climb very well. Neither does her mom. So this is where they get to spend their years with us now. They'll live to be about 20 to 25, and so yeah, it's kind of a long time they've got with them.
So they're volunteers also?
Correct.
Okay.
Absolutely, yeah. And some of them, some of the volunteers are able to stay longer than others, and what that might mean is you might have different roles. Okay. For instance, to work with, not necessarily to work with, but to have some jobs like feeding the baby animals. If it's any sort of complicated methods, like you have to use the syringe to come, and they had like a family member come. 5 years ago was the last time we allowed guests to handle any of the animals. If we're not sick, it's unlikely that we're going to pass anything to them. But as soon as we start like coughing or feeling kind of ill, you can't work with the monkeys. Daddy, we have some friends here. She says, I don't know. And then, Heidi. So, 3 spider monkeys. What's going on here? It is illegal in Costa Rica to own a wild native animal as a pet. Okay. So we work hand in hand with the government of Costa Rica. They don't give us money, but they give us animals. And specifically, the branch is called the MINAI. It's an acronym for Ministerio of Energy and the Environment. I'm going to get some rice and beans. So, all that being said, less confusing than Nerea, Paco, and Gigi. We have already made the decision that we're not going to bother, planning for releasing them because they got no social skills. They had never been raised around monkeys. And this isn't anything so crazy, but Nerea has grown to love just like scrolling through the photos. She just sees that the touchscreen works like that. Kind of cool that she can that's just one. Who's making that noise? Okay, so here's the crew, and they weren't here when we were here last time, so they've all just been brought back on people's shoulders, and I'm not exactly sure how he missed them. We were just talking, I guess. Yeah, they got their dinner. They're just gonna munch down and bed in the little closed things for the night, and repeat that process that I explained until they get adopted, basically. The sound that they make, sometimes people have asked me, they're like, it sounds to me like dinosaurs. and they're not crazy. The thing is or maybe something reminded them of Jurassic Park, because when Steven Spielberg in 1993 was making the original Jurassic Park, he didn't like what paleontologists told him dinosaur sounded like. He's like, that's not badass enough. We're going to figure out, we're going to make our own dinosaur sounds. So they recorded several different animals and altered them a bit on our computers, but the howler monkeys were used for a few different dinosaurs in Jurassic Park, so kind of cool. There's a little guy climbing up on the platform right now. Other side, his name's Ringo. Looks like he's got a mohawk right now because he was attacked by a wild male out in the forest, and he got him on the skull several times and on his arms and everything, but he's good to go. We had him take a break for a while, but he's good to go now, so he gets to go back out. And look how small he is. But he just gets right in there. He doesn't care. So he was one of the earliest young monkeys to make the switch over. A lot of times they cling on to the volunteers. They don't want they want to be treated like babies still for a while. We have to wean them off and stuff. But anyway, Papetta is probably just trying to communicate with them because she is a mother figure when it comes to the rest of the monkeys. She'll help us if a baby monkey climbs up a tree and it's too afraid to climb down. It sounds funny, but when they're young, sometimes they're like, I don't know if I can do this. Papetta. How are your days? How's your day now? You've been here for a while, haven't you?
It's lunch.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. And what about you? Tranquilo, fácil.
Tranquilo.
Yeah. So Dada is a brown booby. Funny names. They're seabirds naturally, but she has a torn left wing. You can see that obviously something's weird about that. She'll never fly again. So this is her home. We used to have 2 boobies. one of them flew away. They just got fine. One of them ended up returning to the area of release, and she was comfortable around people. So it was brought back here. Right now we have 5 white-tailed deer.
Is there something wrong with her tongue?
Yeah, we might see her again, so this might not be our last chance. But so she was raised in a petting zoo. They could no longer afford vet care for their animals, and so they started giving them away. And we took her on. We said, yeah, we can take her. She can roam freely.
Hey, Cece. 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 And what kind of
It's called a peccary.
peccary?
There are several different subspecies of peccary. So this one is the collared because they have that line around their neck there. And this is Chanchi. Hello, sweeties. So Chanchi has been raised here by us, and for the longest time she was just like Cece. She just roamed freely, and the reason why we had to move her to where she's not totally accessible to all the people, especially guests, is because I think she got bored, or maybe stressed or curious, or something led her to enjoy sneaking up to people that she knew well. Only people that have been around her for a long time. Okay. She would just come up and she would bite you on the leg. And she bit me here. So this scar is from Chanchi biting me, and this one as well. And a few people got freaking gored. And then she was done. Like, she didn't try to kill you. She was just like, ah, and then she would just like walk away. But the species is called the margay, M-A-R-G-A-Y, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed the rest of the animals enough to not be disappointed. This will be the only cat that we can see on the tour, because the other cats that we have in the center right now are all in the process of being released, and so if we have them in contact with people, it's going to totally negate the entire... she is called a keel build toucan. She just had a bath. As you can probably tell, she's really wet. She fell out of her nest as a chick, and we've been raising her ever since. Now, she's definitely not the first one. We've probably gone through 6 other toucans since I've been volunteering here that have all been totally successful being released. Just watch them; they're freaking goofy. We've got there's 6. Yeah. 5 of them will most likely be released together by the end of this year in Tortuguero Park, where I told you that we released the spider monkeys as well. Right, is this correct, Arlie? And then probably Cebu is probably going to be like the start of the new generation. We've got a very young one in here, who's the smallest one. He's up to the right of the one wrestling right now. And he'll probably be the one to kind of start the next group once we release these other 5. So, I don't know if you remember any of the movies that these guys have been in. Pirates of the Caribbean,
so many.
Ace Ventura, Night at the Museum, Hangover, Outbreak,
Is it Indiana
Jones, George of the Jungle. So the thing about that is, it's another one of those things that when people watch them, they want them as pets. Right? You're like, oh my god, they're so smart, I could have one and be my best friend. Yep. If you only have one monkey, it's going to live a pretty crummy life because they need to be around these other guys here. So, anyway, kind of one of the unfortunate things about having animals in movies like that, because, if you don't know, you don't know. It just kind of seems like they'd be good pets, but we get a lot of them, and people just tie them up, and maybe they wanted them to be their pet, but this animal gets mad, and they bite you, and this and that, so then you can't. So this here is Costa Rica's most dangerous snake. Probably Latin America's most dangerous snake.
And what's the name of this one?
Fer de lance or terciopelo is the native Latin term, but fer de lance, I'm not sure when they named it that. But one more time, these guys are in the same program as the other young sloths that we saw, but these ones are a year old. They're our oldest ones that haven't been released yet, and they'll still be with us for about 6 months or so. And we release them in groups. Now, before them, we have dabbled in tracking animals before. We tried to track an ocelot, a wild cat. Didn't go very well. Really difficult, as we should have imagined. But we just put together a program for tracking some sloths. So you got 4 collars. Every day, we have certain volunteers go out, and they locate each one, and they take down all the information about them that they can. So what type of tree are they in? How high up in the tree are they? Are they sleeping at this time? Are they foraging? And that's all stuff that will help us understand if what we're all over the place here. It's a rodent, but they're big.
Hey, buddy. Why?
I become Shaft.
Cheers.
It's the best fish you're gonna ever eat in your life, man.
I believe it.
I'm telling you. And I'm gonna serve you the rundown one time, alright?
Okay.
So, ¿cómo se lo hago?
What's up, everybody? We are in a nice little spot called Rustic Corner. Come over here, we're gonna get some rondon, which is gonna be a fish type stew. And then we have right here some smoked fish. Not gonna get anything fresher than that. Banana leaf, charcoal going. It's gonna be crazy. Oh yes, got the rondon going.
Vaya alguna de esos entonces. Vaya alguna de esos entonces. De una. Lo tengo que ir a revisar. Claro. Una vez. ¿Ah? ¿A mí? Benjamin. Really nephew.
It's the mackerel and the rondon, which is awesome. Now we have a kingfish that was, if you saw the videos before, smoked on the grill with banana leaves. This stuff looks amazing. You see that right there? Kingfish doesn't get any fresher than this. Look at that. Literally someone's house. That's a restaurant over here on Puerto Viejo. Almost like a pesto sauce that's on there. Here we go. Oh my god. I'm be just like for shark foods. Oh. 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 It's like an orgasm in your mouth. I swear, it's like.
Oh, yes! 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 Yes!
Look at this, smoked fish out of a banana leaf, caught over here. Ridiculous, so good. If you ever find yourself on this side of town in Puerto Viejo, Rustic Corner, by far, come in, tell them what you want. Be ready for whatever time you tell them. I suggest come early in the day. Come back for dinner. Will not disappoint. Rondon, definitely. Smoked fish, second choice. Comes with the rice and beans. Plantains. I mean, Caribbean, fresh fish, right out there. It doesn't get any better than this.
Brother, it's caught in the crossfire.